Form validation basics. By the way, between those classes, actually, I realized that the code which was prepared didn't really work. So at the end of last class, you can see different code starting this example, but now it's a complete example and it's an example which works. So sorry for the confusion. To start with that, actually, let me give a background. Every time we use a website, we browse the internet, or very often we are interacting with the website somehow, and it's often via forms. When we want to submit some data, we want to apply for something, where we want to do some calculation, and it's not as simple as just giving some data, but sometimes the user might enter the data we don't want, or the user might try to enter some malicious data, which is unsecure, or the user can make some kind of a typo, mistake. Some of those scenarios we can control via validation, and it's a form. So it's on the form we have basically a form validation, and then we are trying to help the user to enter the data which we want, or our program is expecting, our software, or our module on our site, or on a site which we are integrating with. To have a form validations, we will actually combine what we have learned in the last classes. We are starting with a form. It has closing tag, and anything between is our logic. Here we have first validation required. So it means that this field is required. Next one is a number, and it must be between 18 and 100. For example, if we are, it could be example of a shop which is selling an alcohol or tobacco. The first one, it can be basically any form, because almost in any form we are expecting the user will provide email, or any contact form at least, so we can contact the user. And then to have this, to see if the validation works, we must have a submit button. To have the complete example, I have added also a reset button, so you will see what we have learned from the previous class, because then in the previous class it was just the button without doing anything, but now it will be different. So first we have email, and then we have age. So here, let me try to submit this without anything, and then my browser will give me a hint. Please fill in this field. So I will fill it. And what's happening actually, it also other than required, because I said this is an email. So actually the browser already does this validation also on the type. So here I will write my email. I will try a submit. It's okay, you don't need to worry. It's just root which is not defined, but it worked. We could pass this form. Let me try to write here 1, and I try to submit now. I cannot, because the value must be greater or equal than 18. Let me write 101, and now it tells me again that it must be 100. So now I will write 100, or I write 55, and then I can again submit the button. Please ignore this for now. Let's see the reset button form in action. It also works, and then we have our form ready. Let's try to submit without email, and then it will, I can delete this, and it will tell me that to fill this email. What's good about HTML validation is the fact that based on the browser language version, it will tell us, it will actually make the translation as per the user language preference in the browser. That's fantastic, and it saves us a lot of time. I would see the code. If the code is here, yes, the code is here, and we already discussed it all together. please play with this, is the best way. And here you can play a lot. You can put number, or let me try to, now I'm trying to put letters. Why I can put E? Because E is exponential, so this is a very special case. But all the other letters or special characters, I cannot write it down here. I can try to, for example, type text, and here would be topic, for example, and this is here. I can write everything, and here I can, what we already learned before, min length 5. So, and I write 2, 3, submit form. I need to do something, email, up, submit form, and now it tells me about min length. We can give max length. Oh, sorry. Email. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it can. I even actually cannot write more because it actually blocks me. So play with this one. It's very interesting example. What you can actually good on MDN form validation, and then you will have a client validation, and for example you should have max length. Oh, you can have a max length here, min length. We talk about required, we talk about type. So those are the most common, but if you look deeper, for example, you can look also input type number, minimum maximum 120, step 1, and let's see what it will give us. For example, sorry for that, it's my software. Oh, I do like, this is another field, which is I cannot put anything under the number. Oh, so it must be at least 12, and if I use this one, it will step by 1, but let me try by step by 10. I can do step by 10. So play with this. MDN, by the way, is an amazing resource. You can also use form validation schools. This is also actually HTML. HTML input validation, and you can also play here. For example, disabled. So you can make some field being disabled. It's here. Or size attribute, which we didn't try. Size 50. So let's see what will happen now. Sorry, actually. Please forget about this one. It should be for a different example. Multiple is for file upload, so that we will talk about this in the next lecture. Pattern is more advanced. It's for irregular expressions. So for now, it's too advanced for you. Required step. Autofocus can be also interesting, because then you are telling that this one will be, the first one will be autofocus. And if in our example, you can try to do our example, let's say here we have autofocus. Oh, one moment. And you can see when I reload the page, I'm autofocus here. Let me try give autofocus, for example, on the last one. You see, my focus is here. So there are many interesting ones. Try to play with this. It's very interesting. Form validation is extremely important topic. Later you play with JavaScript, you will see there are many examples from JavaScript related frameworks, front-end, but also for validations happening on backend. So validation is extremely important topic. It's difficult to master, but it's good to have a solid knowledge. With that, I would like to welcome you into that's the end of this class, and I will be happy to see you in the next one when we'll talk about advanced for features.